Welcome back, crafty friends. It's Alicia of the Call Me Crafty Al YouTube channel, and I am back today with a video that I talked about possibly doing in a video last week. In my Michael's haul, where I shared some of the new Christmas hot buy pads, I also shared that I had got this Christmas card kit. I had used a 60% off coupon on it, so I ended up getting it for just a little under $4, and it makes 6 cards. In that video, I asked if you would like to see me create one, kind of unbox it, give my opinion of the contents, and make one. And I had a few people who said that they would like to see that, so I thought I would share that with you. I had previously bought a kit from Michael's. It was a snail mail kit, and I'll link that video below and up in the corner. But that kit I wasn't very impressed with. While I loved the way it looked, all the papers were really thin and the rub-ons didn't really work and the washi tape tore way too easily. But when I did my video last week of this kit, I did already think that just these little deer cards, they were already a nice thick quality. So today what I'm going to do is unbox this, show all of the contents inside, and then I'm going to put together one card so you can see what it looks like. They had tons of different card kits there at Michael's, so even if you don't like this style, if you wanted to try one out, I bet they had 10 to 15 different cards. So let's go ahead and open it up. According to the back, we have 6 envelopes. Then we have 6 cards. And those are red, and they have a wood grain pattern to them. On the inside is white, which will make a great writing surface. You'll be able to see that easily. And I have to say, these are nice, thick quality cards. Nice cardstock on that. Next up is one foam dot sheet, double-sided adhesive foam circles, 6 deer die cuts, and this is what I had gotten out last week on the video, and this is already pre-pierced, and I will be cross-stitching the antlers on that, and there are 6 of those. 6 Merry Christmas die cuts. And again, these are on a decent thickness cardstock. I thought it was a whole already pre-punched, but if you look at the back, it's not. So it just says Merry Christmas, and it's kind of etched in there. Next, we have an adhesive fabric tape roll. So actually, from the front, I thought that was probably a pattern paper, but it is fabric. That's nice, a green and red plaid. We have 1 plastic needle and 1 gold twine. It also came with some directions. I tore them accidentally, and just shows, I think, how to do the cross stitching. Oh, then I guess it shows you how to put it in an envelope too, in case you don't know how to put a card in an envelope. So let's go ahead and see if I can put one of these together. Alright, for the first part, I'm going to be cross-stitching my deer antlers. Now, I don't really know how much of this thread to get out, because I don't want to not have enough for all 6 cards, and I don't want to have too little where I cannot even finish one of the deer antlers. So I guess we'll just guess, and if I run out, I'm sure I have something that I can substitute. Here in my craft area, there's a little clear piece holding that twine on there, so I'm going to clip that off. I think I'm just going to get like out a 3-foot section maybe. Okay, what I did to measure that, I just stretched out my left arm and then pulled this over to my right shoulder, and I just cut there. I'm hoping this will be enough. I'm going to get out my needle. The eye on the needle looks nice and big for easy threading. Yep, that was pretty painless. Now, I'm going to start on the left antler at the top. And just pull that through. As a kid, I loved to cross stitch. I did a lot. My mom was a big cross stitcher. I enjoyed doing that. I haven't done it in years, but every once in a while I kind of get an inkling to do some more. So this might fill my need for now. And for now, I am just holding down the thread on the back, and I will stitch that in to the back of my stitches. I'm gonna go row by row here, I think. I mentioned in the haul video that the reason I picked this one out was because in an upcoming Oh So Inspired collaboration, this reminded me of the inspiration piece. So I thought I would get this, and then I'm going to use one of these as a piercing template and just use my own thread for that. So hopefully that works out, and hopefully on December 15th I will be sharing that video with you. Once I got to the end of this row, I just go back to the left. And I think now I'll speed up the video so you don't have to watch every single stitch. I did want to stop for just a second, and you'll see here that I did sew that extra thread into the back into some of the stitches, so I don't need to worry about taping that down or anything. It will stay okay. I thought I would stop back by. I'm not quite done with all of the stitching, but from that first 3 feet or so of thread, this is all I have left, and I'm down to the bottom row. I just realized I did that stitch wrong. I'm down to the bottom row, so I thought I would finish that and then show you how I'm going to stop my thread and start my new one. So I finished that bottom row. What I'm going to do now is just thread through some of these up here, like 3 stitches. I'm going to go back through those same 3. Oops, and this is just on the card behind it. Then I'm just going to cut off that excess. So now I'm going to cut, I think, another 3 feet of thread. So I'm not sure if this is going to do 6 cards. And now that I already have some stitches starting, I am just going to go through these bottom 3. Instead of stitching in the back later, I'm just going to go ahead and start like that. Now I do want to go ahead and hold on to this tail here for a little bit, just until I get far enough into it that I'm not worried I'm going to pull it out. And then I just start back in with making my stitches. And there is my last stitch for my deer antlers, and I'm going to end this string the same way I did as when I hit the middle. You can see the last part did not take nearly as much string, so I did not need to measure that much the second time. I'm going to just put those behind some of those stitches, run it through once, and then run it through farther down again. And there is my deer antlers. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is get my fabric tape onto the red card fronts. On the directions, it looks like they ran the fabric tape from top to bottom. So let's go ahead and try one. I do like how this is self-adhesive. That's nice. I'm going to wrap it around just a little bit to the inside. Cut it a little bit longer than the card. Now it does have these folds in it from being around the spool, so hopefully that does not do anything. I do like that this already has adhesive on it. That's nice. I'm going to center it left to right, but I am just going to eyeball it. I'm not going to be too worried. Press that down firmly and then wrap it to the inside. Now another thing you could do if you were worried that you wouldn't have enough fabric tape, you could always just do a little on the top and a little on the bottom, and you know, you wouldn't have to necessarily have the fabric tape right here because the deer is going to hide that. When I adhere the deer, I do need to do just a little bit above center because I'm also going to be putting the Merry Christmas right there. Okay, so we have 6 foam dots per card. Good. I'm going to be putting 4 on the back of the deer and then 2 on the back of the Merry Christmas sentiment. Now, with the cross stitching on the deer die cut card, you definitely want to use foam just to keep that up off the card because, you know, this does have some dimension back here, that thread. Put 1 in each corner, and if you wanted more foam on this deer piece, you could probably just adhere the Merry Christmas with a tape runner instead of having it popped up. So far, I'm pretty pleased with the quality of everything here. I am just worried, you know, maybe about some of the amounts they give you of the fabric tape and the gold twine. But the paper quality is nice. The foam dots, while they are small, they seem to be sticky. And I think if I were to make the kit, I probably would have done at least 1 more foam dot per card, just so you could have one in the middle of that deer die cut. And there is the first card from the card kit. They did show in the directions to put it in an envelope, so let's make sure it fits. Nice. I have to say, I am definitely more impressed with this kit than my previous one. And if you wanted to send out Christmas cards that have just a little bit of a handmade touch, this is excellent. Like I mentioned before, for the $9.99 price tag, I myself wouldn't buy these at full price, but it was definitely worth that $4. These are super cute and would be quick and easy to make. Like the stitching, I could see myself just whipping these out while I'm watching an episode on Netflix, or my new favorite show is Young Sheldon. If you have seen that, give me a thumbs up below. That is hilarious. I love it. It's so cute. So, you know, when I am watching TV, I could whip the cross stitching out and then just bring them down here quickly and get them ready to go. If you have tried any of the other Christmas card kits, why don't you let me know below which ones you have tried out and what you thought. If you enjoyed this look at how I made this card and sharing my thoughts on the kit, I hope you'll give me this video a thumbs up. Not only does that help me reach more viewers, but I know that this is something that you like to see, and maybe then I can do more of it on my channel. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for stopping back by. If you're not yet a subscriber and you would like to see more of my videos, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button below, and then you can always click on that little bell so you get a notification when I have uploaded a new video. Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you're having a crafty day.